welcome to another episode of 1 Month Vegan, the results. Just to let you know, I am still carrying on with it. It's not a 1 month thing, it's for life. And in this episode, is it easy going vegan? Okay, so first of all, I'm going from vegetarian, so maybe you think that makes it easier, but I was a bit surprised how many things are vegetarian that aren't vegan. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but you think when you're vegetarian you've been really kind to animals, etc. But then when you change to vegan, there's so many, nearly everything's got milk in it. Obviously everything packaged, you've got to read the labels. But overall, is it easy? I have to say, yes, it is. And I suppose with anything, if you want to do it, you know, if you wanted to climb a mountain and said, is it easy? No, it's probably not, but you can do it. And it's the same with changing your lifestyle and your eating habits. And I'm not being flippant about this, saying, oh, it's easy, anybody can do it. That's not what I mean. What I mean is, you might think it's really, really impossible to go vegan, depending on where you live and what food outlets are available to you, what your cooking skills are, what your living situation is. And sometimes I do forget that vegan just means plants. You just eat plants, and plants includes fruit and veg. I mean, a bag of salad, or, you know, some apples and bananas. So it doesn't have to be hard. But there is, for me, there is planning and prep. I don't have loads of money to just buy whatever I want or go to. I mean, there aren't any vegan restaurants, but if there were, I'm not in a position to go out and eat out every night. But you know, how long does it take to boil some rice? And yeah, there is microwave rice, which I do use, but shouldn't because it's got oil in it. But it is a quick way to have rice. That's the other thing, is don't be too strict. You can get strict later on down the line. I'd like to have no oil, but like I said, I will bung a microwave rice in for 2 minutes and just eat the rice, you know. Don't be too strict. There may be things I'm eating that aren't strictly vegan because I'm not sure what's in it. I don't make everything myself from scratch. That again is down the line. Don't try and change your whole life overnight. If you are one of those people that have to do it 100%, you probably will succeed at that because that's your mindset. And it is nice to have a structure, but there's so many help videos on YouTube and there's recipes on Pinterest. I've got a local bookstore that sells books for £1, and I've bought some Indian cooking books. Eating out's not really a problem because I don't eat out. If you did eat out, I'd say the best thing to do is not so much worry about the health of it, because if you've got to eat, you know, you're not going to go to a restaurant and not eat. Obviously ask for what you want. I did have a takeaway and everything had cheese on it. I picked the one thing that didn't have cheese, and when it arrived it had cheese on it. If I was in a restaurant and had asked for the same thing and it came to the table with cheese on it, I'd ask them, can I have it without cheese, because it doesn't say it's got cheese on it. Sides is great. If you don't know what to have, you can always have chips. I say it's very rare here in the UK that they cook them in animal fat. I know they used to a long time ago, but I do think most chips are cooked in a vegetable oil. Again, perhaps you can't be too strict. Chinese is really easy if you're eating out, but sometimes you can't choose the venue. Just have a plate of chips and salad, beans you can have. Don't worry about the sugar content. I know not all sugar is vegan. Sometimes you just can't find out what's in everything. If you're not sure and you think, oh no, I'm not going to eat it if I'm not sure, then, you know, don't order it. But Things like beans and potatoes and anything plain, rice, you know, should be something you can find. I always think things like bread, has it got eggs in it, has it got butter in it? Cakes I can't have, you know, so I usually go for a cup of tea. Teas are easy. I go in cafes a lot and I just pick the herbal tea because there's no milk in it anyway. And I pretty much know which cafes around me give you soy milk or give the option. And I do ask. I don't even feel embarrassed asking. I just say, have you got soy milk? And if they say no, I'll say, oh, I'll have one of your fruit teas. Only twice during this month, only twice I've been really like down when I've gone shopping. Recently I went in a shop and was going to sit in the park and have a picnic, and there's like nothing you can buy. I mean, I could have bought some fruit, but I'm trying not to eat much fruit. I did buy a bottle of fresh orange juice and some wholemeal cobs, and I just put a bag of salad in between the cobs. It was very messy, all the salad was falling out, but once I'd eaten I wasn't so upset. I think I maybe was a little bit hungry and thought, oh, I can eat in a minute, what am I going to eat? And the amount of things you just walk past everything that maybe you would just have grabbed off the shelf before going vegan, especially like vegetarian. Like I say, it's quite surprising. Sweets and things you just pick up off the shelf, bowls of chocolate. And in one way it makes it really easy to be healthy, because there isn't that. You can't just grab a pack of full Mars bars off the shelf, not that I used to, but I know there is vegan junk, and hands up guilty of that as well. I've got 2 health food shops where I live, and I have bought the vegan chocolate, and I've wanted it, but then it's like lasted me like a week because I've had 2 squares of it, whereas if I was eating, let's say, Cadbury chocolate or something, I have no bother eating the whole bar. It just doesn't have the same effect. And also, I do like having biscuits in the morning instead of a proper breakfast, because I have felt a lot hungrier in the morning. I have been having cereal. I really like the multigrain flakes, and I have soy milk on that. In the future I'll be trying not to have so much soy milk, but right now it doesn't really bother me. Friends and family at first were a bit, what are you doing that for, and like I was going to die. But they've also come around and everyone's really interested, and they're like, what do you eat? And I'm like, just eat plants, rice, potatoes, veg. And they're like, oh, I couldn't do it. But then they themselves are saying, well, I don't really eat much meat, and when I do eat it, I don't really like it. And I did get a comment from a member of my family saying, oh, but vegetarian's alright, it's not harming the animal, is it? And I just had, rather than give them a lecture right there and then in the shop, I was like, yeah, that's what I used to think when I was vegetarian, but that's why I've gone vegan, because it is harming. And the impression I got from that reply was, oh, I wouldn't go that far, that's too far, you know. But everyone to themselves, and that's my choice, and that's what I'm doing at the moment. So and I feel quite happy doing it. It doesn't feel like I'm forcing myself to do it. Quite happy. I'd like to cook more meals myself, but again, that's in the future, and I'm going to do another video about that because I'm coming up, wrapping this up now. So is it easy to go vegan? Yes, it is. So I'd say give yourself a week or 2 weeks, or even a day, and just, I'm going to do vegan today, and just try it. Don't be scared about it, and just try it, and don't be put off either with your results. You know, you can do it any day, whenever you want. You can retry it as many times as you like. There's no success or fail. It takes a while to change your lifestyle anyway, so, you know, it's like a roller coaster. And yeah, just see how you get on, and I think it's really good. So good luck to anyone who is trying it, and hopefully you'll get lots of support I find YouTube a real big support. Got to go now, so 10 minutes is up. Wittering on, I'm going to have to edit this. Bye! And